Hi everybody. Hello for everybody. Today we talk here beautiful woman and one guy. Beautiful here. Everybody can speak for self. Here is Diane, Miss Barbara, and Chris. Hello everybody.
How you doing?
Hello, how's everyone doing?
Who
Welcome.
start the first?
Fish, you want to go first? And
All right.
go ahead.
So what are we talking about experiences? All right.
Mhm.
So I've known Gordana for 2 years. About 2 years now. I came here with a injury due to my left Achilles that was torn, and I'm somewhat of an athlete, so I'm pretty active. And I came here and called Gordana looking for help, looking for just a different outcome rather than the surgery where everybody, pretty much goes to these days. You know what I mean? So I was just looking for something different. I'm not a guy that, you know, likes to be, cut, or, put to sleep or whatever the case may be. Like I just wanted to find an alternative, and I found that online, divineglobal.com. And me and Gordana, we came together, and ever since my journey here, I have been, amazed. Not just with the results, but just with, my life period, my growth as a man. And she's played a major role in helping me become better as a man, making better decisions. Just my life, as far as work, everything. Like, just my words is to, stay focused, stay busy, stay moving, keep working, not be lazy, you know what I mean? And that's the influence here. You know what I mean? We all have our personal journeys that we have to go through in life, and if we're not focused, we're not able to, obtain the results that we want. So here, not only do you come here for help, and whether you're sick, whether you hurt, you come here to be a better human being and understand what life is truly about. Because I can't say that I knew what life truly was about before I came here. So I came here lost, come here, for one thing, and look, now I'm here with a bunch of different things that, I never knew about. Due to the woman to my left, Dr. Gordana, she's truly amazing, God sent. And a lot of people may not understand her, but in order to understand things in life, you have to truly, tap into yourself and, talk to yourself, you know what I mean? Because when you listen to the outside, when you listen to the crowd, you can be distracted in so many ways that, you knock off a blessing for yourself. So you have to start talking to yourself, praying, you know what I mean? And like going off your own strength, you know what I mean? Not other people's words. Because if you find out the type of woman that she is, you will start to understand that, there are truly genuine people out here in the world, and people that's not going to tell you what you want to hear and stuff like that. And she is awesome. So my 2 years here have been great. I plan to be locked in with her, for as long as I live. She's a great friend, godmother, you name it. Whatever you need, you know what I'm saying? She's there to help you through that situation. And I'm grateful. And that's my story.
Good story.
Good story.
Okay, Barbara, you?
Okay, yeah, so I haven't known Gordana 2 years like Chris, but I feel like I've known you forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I was just really struggling with a number of things, very frightening insomnia where I wasn't sleeping at all, anxiety related to that, GI issues that I had for 25 years. I was very thin. And never could gain weight, had a hard time eating. And I just prayed, like I didn't want to be addicted to sleeping pills. And I needed a solution, and I was just, show me a sign or something. And then I went onto Facebook one day and through a link through somebody else. I don't even remember how it happened, but I saw this.
Please go.
I saw this advertisement, and then I started clicking on and seeing these different stories of healing. I think yours was one of them, Chris. And then I found out, right after I started coming here, I met I met a friend of Diane's first,
Right.
and found out that where I used to swim one of the people who came here and had this amazing healing experience was the woman who used to give me free coaching when I was swimming in the swimming pool, and that's Diane. So small world, no coincidences. And I've been coming about 3.5 months. It's very hard to describe this experience, don't you think? Yeah.
Yes.
So Gordana has a gift. She is able to scan your body and sense diseases and disorders. The first time I called her on the phone, she started telling me what was wrong with me. And I thought, how could you possibly know this? And then I started, getting energy treatments from her and buying her products. And, she said to me, in a couple weeks, she'll probably have gained 3 pounds. And I remember thinking, no, I don't think so. I never gained weight. And well, here I am 3.5 months later, I gained 10 pounds.
Woo!
She put me on her scale one day.
Good job.
You have more now, you have long time.
Yeah, I think I actually do. And she used to say to me, you're just too skinny, you gotta eat more. So she encouraged me not to listen to all of the stuff that I was so afraid to eat food because one doctor said don't eat this, and another doctor said don't eat that. And then another doctor, was worried about my blood sugar. So I was afraid of food, and I was spending $500 a month in supplements. And afraid to stop them because I thought even I wasn't getting better, I thought if I stopped them, I would just go downhill.
Right.
She encouraged me to, really just take the energy and the products and not, so that we could really show that the healing is happening authentically. And it was hard. I felt like I was giving up drugs or something. But I let go of all the supplements and started to eat more. And I didn't really notice after 2 weeks, but at a month, people started saying to me, oh, your face filled out a little bit. And then all of a sudden my appetite came back like a monster. Like I just started, I would sit down and eat and I just couldn't stop myself. So I've dramatically expanded the foods I can eat. There's still a few that bother me, but I'm only 3.5 months in. So gained the weight. I started then having like 2 or 3 hours of sleep, 4 hours of sleep, and then most nights getting 6. A couple times I had 9 hours of sleep.
Oh, that's good.
Which I hadn't had, in 25, 30 years. So that's improving. And I even noticed that I've been taking some of the herbal tonics and my hair has filled in here. Where before my hairline was different. Yeah. And, after menopause, women's hair changes.
Right.
And a certain age. So that started filling in. But the biggest benefit for me really is the way I feel emotionally. I feel calmer. I feel more optimistic. I was just so anxious. And I had also personally come off of a personal experience of, my mother had died and then 6 months family members had passed away. So, I was just not in a good headspace. But I feel like that's dream to me. Everyone I know who sees me said, what are you doing? What happened? You look good. Then I tell them about what happened. So it's a little bit about me.
How can you say for diabetic, please? Because what is
Oh,
diabetic
yes.
is important
Yes.
for people.
Yes.
There are a lot of people who
So-
are diabetic.
So I come from a family where diabetes is genetic, it seems. Even though, I'm overweight and we don't have the other risk factors. I'm not a heavy drinker. I don't smoke. I don't eat junk food. I exercise. But my doctor told me I was pre-diabetic and I had to be really careful. I have 2 sisters who were diabetic. My father was diabetic. Grandfather was diabetic. So there's a lot. So I a lot of supplements and not eating a lot of foods because I was afraid I might become diabetic. And Gordana said, obviously don't junk food, but don't worry so much about that and just take the energy. And I started taking the cleansing syrup. So I tested it 3 times, and once it was 96, which is low. Once it was 100, and once it was 107. So
It's normal.
yeah, so it's been normal without the supplements.
Yeah.
And what's nice
How much
about
high?
That's important.
How much was high? Toen kwam Benin. Was high.
you mean what was the number?
Yeah,
number,
before.
Yes, before.
I don't remember exactly, but I know that what the doctor told me was that there's a test called A1C, and it tests your average blood sugar over 3 months. And she said that it was getting very close to diabetic range. So I haven't been back, but I tested it myself, and it's now, 196s.
You don't take medication.
No medication, and I stopped the supplements. And the supplements did pull my sugar down, but it was a side effect where when I took it, it would pull it down suddenly. So
And faster go up.
yeah, and then so all of a sudden I would feel like, like I had to go lay down. It would pull it down, but I was always having up and down and up and down and up and down. Right now it's more steady. So yeah, that's been amazing for me. It's been amazing for me to be able to eat foods that I was just afraid of.
Mm.
Yeah.
You eat everything now, you don't take medication, and your blood sugar is great.
Mm.
Yeah.
So there you go.
They need people understand that your any kind of problem ziekte is possible. Here is miracle from God. It's not my miracle, it's God miracle. If you want to be healed, be healed.
Yes, and that's the truth. It's all sent from God. Yeah, my story is I met Gordana, it's now going on, 9 months. Would you believe it? August.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, no,
Before
it was
you stop and
it was
stop and
August.
stop and stop.
Right. So we started talking, and then I came and I stopped. I started, and I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll be back." But I had a holistic doctor prior to Dr. Gordana, and when I left with her, finished with her, because she was out of town, and I was looking for someone that I can talk to and I can be with if I needed her, or I just needed some more on-hand contact. Okay, so through Chris, I actually found out from my daughter-in-law that yes, there is someone here that can help you, and she's very local. So I said, okay, let me check her out. So that's when I called and we talked, and she started telling me, like she told you, what was going on. And I hadn't even spoken to this woman. Told me about the kidneys, told me about the liver, told me about anxiousness. So and then she just went on, and then she even said, yeah, there's a thyroid issue. And I'm thinking, how did she know this? Okay, so basically, that's how it all began. So we talk, and I received some information from her, and then we did the healing, and it was amazing because at first you really don't feel anything. That's the whole funny part about this whole experience. You don't feel like originally, you don't feel anything, but something is going on that's different. So there is it was about a week or two, and then I stopped, and then because of work, and then finally I got more consistent, and then after 2 weeks straight, when I finally decided to do 2 weeks straight, that's when things changed, and I noticed that I had more energy, and from day one, she did tell me I also had sleep apnea. Stop with the CPAP machine. You don't need the machine. Come off your supplements. And I was taking about 8 or 9 different supplements, thinking I'm doing the health thing. And it really wasn't the health thing because the body really wasn't absorbing any of the supplements. So that was an issue for me right there. So I stopped all the supplements. I took a chance because I was on the CPAP machine. Oh my God. I don't even know how many years. It was a long time. And she says, well, how come you're not healed? You shouldn't be on this for that long. I'm like, yeah, well, I sleep better. I get up, I'm thinking I have a whole lot of energy. She said, no, that's impossible. I said, that's impossible. I said, no, it's not impossible. I have energy. She said, no, that's impossible. The machine is not doing it. I said, okay, all right, so let me stop. I stopped the machine completely. I took a chance. I said, you know what? my thing is I'm going to walk by faith, not by sight, and let me just do this because I want a change in my life. I do not want to be on medication. I don't want to be on supplements for the rest of my life. I didn't want to do any of those things. So I stopped everything. And then I started taking the products along with the energy. And that really was amazing. So to this day, I must say that I know I'm healed. I already know I'm healed. The kidneys are functioning very well. The liver is not an issue. My thyroid issue is under control. I have a lot of energy. My sleeping is wonderful. I still get up full of energy, and there is no CPAP. But the thing I want everybody to know, that CPAP machine was causing me to have a lot of problems with my sinuses. And I had allergy issues, and I was always stuffy. Then I would go into sneezing fits. Okay, then I couldn't breathe. Then I would take my spray, pharmaceutical spray, and it would clear up for maybe a day or two. Next thing you know, I'm right back in the same position. CPAP machine, I'm still taking and using the CPAP machine. And I was like, this is not good. So I'm saying all that to say, to this day, since I stopped all of that, and I am cleansing on the syrup, the body is feeling fabulous. And I really feel great. And everybody's complaining about allergies. Everyone's complaining about allergies. I haven't had not one issue with allergy with the pollen. I get up, I come outside, I breathe. I'm not even thinking about the allergies because everybody else is saying, so, this is how I can test everything because I don't have no issues with the allergies. So I know the body is operating now on its own. Our body heals itself anyway. It does it automatically with the cells, everything. If you leave it alone, it can do what it's supposed to do. Now with the gift from God coming on top of everything, that's double power. Okay, so the body is happy that there is something else that is getting help, natural health, not preservatives. So from all of her products, which is all naturally made by her hand in the garden, and I'm sitting here looking at this beautiful garden.
I wish everyone could see the garden.
I really wish everyone could see the garden
9,000.
because her products, over 250 or at least 250 plants, goes into all of her products, and they are phenomenal. The garden is just absolutely beautiful. Greenhouse, everything is all natural. There's no preservatives, and that's what the body needs. If you're going to do anything, you got to do it naturally. And then now, fast forward a little bit, I have another issue with my foot because I had surgery years ago, about 2009. And then what was happening, it took a long time because, it really takes a long time for your feet to heal because you're always on your feet. So for years, it took a while for my foot to heal, the right foot to heal. So I compensated from walking from the right. I wasn't balanced and I was leaning more to the left, which caused another problem for the good foot. So the left foot has this growth in between the pinky and the next toe because the bones was rubbing. And when I came to Dr. Gordana, she also said, why are you walking crooked? And she said, you got to straighten up your body. And I was like, oh yeah, I do have to straighten up my body. Now I'm thinking that's coming from my back, the way I was feeling at the time, Anyway, to make a long story short, come to find out, this foot had a big problem. And I didn't think it was a big problem because I was going to my foot doctor every 5 weeks. And he was actually doing surgery, minor surgery, by cutting out the callus. The only way I can describe it is like a callus growth in between the toes because the bones was rubbing. So here I got this callus growth. Now I am a swim instructor, so I'm in water continuously 5 days a week. So that's not helping the feet either. Make a long story short, what happened was Dr. G says, cancel that appointment. You don't need to go to this appointment anymore. He's doing major surgery on you. You need healing. You're not being healed. because he was cutting it out. And I'm gonna tell you, it had to be at least 10 years. I was going every 5 weeks.
Yeah, you can
Every
never
5
see.
weeks.
That
Oh
is
my
first
goodness.
time.
I don't know if anybody can see that, but that's between the little toe and next toe over. And when she looked at it, she says, it's slightly infected.
Oh, wow.
So I said, infected? I didn't feel pain like I didn't think it was infected, but it was because, again,
And look now.
he would cut it.
Oh my goodness.
He would cut it every 5 weeks. And he would say,
That is
I know you
the-
don't want any surgery. No, I don't want any surgery. You're not cutting my feet anymore. I already had that experience in 2009. We have to do something else. Meanwhile, let me think about it. That's what I would tell him. But I would feel really good. And 2 weeks later, I would have the pain again. And then I would have to go to my nail tech, and she would kind of help me out a little bit until I go to the doctor, 3 weeks later. So every 5 weeks, I was doing this process. Dr. G really caught an attitude with me and said, I don't know what you're going there for. You're not getting healed. He's just doing minor surgery on you. What are you doing? I was like, oh my God, okay. Well, what do we need to do? So she says, this is what I want you to do. Take the 911, which is another beautiful product that she has. It does everything. Take that 911 product, and I want you to put it in between your toes, wrap it with gauze, and then leave it like that until you go to work. You have to take it off. And then, of course, you get in the water. You do it again and again and again and again. And I had to do that every single night. Okay, that was in March. And then she says, okay, Diane, I think it's time for you because you are healing, but it's slow process because you're still in the water. Okay, you got to take off. What do you mean I got to take off? Yes, you got to dry your foot. You had to take off for at least a week. Took off for that week. Actually, it was a week and a half that I did not go to work. And I saw a major difference because I was in water too much. She said, no, you have to. You have to let it dry. So I did. I paid attention. I did what she said. The foot is literally healing. I have a little more space that needs to connect, but I don't have the pain that I had. I can see the difference. Again, it's all natural product. That 911 cream that you can use for inside the body, outside the body, it's all purpose. Every pain, sore, a burn, whatever you have, a mosquito bite, put that on there. And the itch, it just goes away. So my testimony is that once this foot is done, I'll get back to you and I'll show you the complete smoothness in between the toes.
How you was by the doctor after start for
For the breathing.
yeah.
Yes. I went to my what is it? Yes, pulmonologist. Yes. I went to him. And that was funny because I walked in there and I was so happy. He says, oh, how you doing? You're looking great. I said, well, I feel fabulous. He said, you look fabulous. I said, thank you. Well, guess what, Dr. Breen? I am no longer on your CPAP machine. What do you mean? I said, I'm off. I'm breathing well. I'm doing fine. I explained my experience. He said, oh, that's wonderful. I'm so happy to hear. So by the time I was done with him, he was very shocked. But he said to me, Diane, keep doing what you're doing. And I'll see you back in a year. Because I always go to him once a year. I said, oh, okay. And I said to myself, well, what am I coming back for? To get my $50 copay. Well, I'm coming back. What am I coming back for? I said, oh, okay, no problem. I'll be back. Because he said, if there's any changes, let me know. That's what he wants to see, if there's going to be any change in a year. I understand that, but I'll go back one more time and let him know. No change. I'm healed, and thank you very much. So that's my testimony, and I'm very happy about what's really going on.
Everybody
Mhm.
explain
The
here
process.
how it works because people don't understand. A lot of people think after 2 weeks is healed
Mhm.
and can explain everybody
The process.
how. And first time people not feel. You say I'm not feel first time
Right.
because people is scary.
Yeah.
People is anxious. Is coming here and not understand how can feel and what can feel.
Right. No, you don't. You
And after second, the other day, you can start feeling difference.
Yes.
And for 2 weeks, I always say, make picture first time, make picture
Right.
after 2 weeks. You
Right.
see self changing. No need that I tell you. And everybody looking you tell you.
Yeah, you can see the change
That
after
is
2
the
weeks.
truth.
And that's what she does. She'll take a picture and you can see the difference in 2 weeks. You do.
Mhm.
You may not feel anything right away, like I said, but you do see a
Some people
difference.
feel, some not.
And some people do. Some people
I
feel.
feel like I felt calmer right away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't necessarily feel.
You
That's
must
not-
No,
first time. You was too
Mhm.
anxious.
Yeah, I was. That's why I didn't feel anything either because I was
Yeah,
anxious. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
anxious.
But you know what? Even though I might have been anxious, I remember I was having all these GI issues, and I was having a hard time holding food in. And the first time she said, "I want you to take kefir, this brandy, and chew coffee grounds."
Mhm.
Right?
Oh yeah.
And she said, "Oh yeah, like it's normal." And I thought, sounds crazy, but what have I got to lose, right? It's not like taking a pharmaceutical. And the next morning, the symptoms were gone, and I was like, all right, there's something going on here. But I mean, most of us. One thing I feel like is important to say is, if you grow up in this country, you're in a model where
Mm.
you go with a complaint
Mm-hmm.
and you're treated for your symptoms.
Mhm.
So if you're a diabetic, you're given metformin or insulin or whatever.
Right.
And that stops the symptom of high blood sugar. And if you have,
Thyroid issues.
you get on levothyroxine,
That's right.
which stops the thing but does not treat the underlying cause.
Exactly.
So our Western medical model, and sometimes we need doctors for certain, like I have to go get glasses prescriptions, and we need people to deliver babies, but most people go and get medication and it stops the symptom, but it never goes down to the core issue where
Right,
you
the
don't
root.
need medication.
Right.
And what appeals to me so much is that right now I'm one of the only people I know my age that's not on medication. Because I'll go out to lunch with friends and people say, "So what meds are you on?" "Well, I'm on these meds," and I say, "I'm not on any medication," and everybody's like, "What do you mean you're not on medication? You're at this certain age," which I don't even want to say out loud. But
Say it out loud because guess what? I'll say mine because people can't believe that I am not on any medication, no supplements, nothing.
Yeah.
And I love it. And I'll be 74 in June.
Wow.
Next month,
Well, I
I'll be
turned
74.
70 this year.
Oh, see?
Yeah. So
Look good. And you say I want explain for people. You say that people take medication for sugar,
yeah.
diabetic, for
Yes.
any kind of problem.
Yes.
And if you take and you ate more, sugar go up again.
Yeah, yeah.
And you ate sugar, come more up of honey or some vitamins. You need always look how can you eat, how much eat. Morning,
Yeah, and you have to constantly
need
test.
a
Yes.
tester
Yes.
and look
Yeah.
how you eat, how you drink, everything.
Yeah.
And the medication no stop the sugar.
It just-
No have the that heal diabetic.
Right.
Here is heal diabetic.
Right.
No go up, no go down.
Right.
It's stable. You ate everything. You
Mhm.
drink everything. 3 months, and you is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
That people don't understand. Sometimes people think a medication heal you. No, medication temporary. Get you better, momental and momental is same.
Yeah.
No change.
The process, when you were talking about the process, it does take time because
Glad you said that. Yeah.
think about how long you've been in the situation.
Right.
Okay, the situation, again, I had this
How
about
many
10.
years you sick?
That's right. How many years
Right.
you sick? Look at my foot. We're talking over 10 years. I was going to the doctor every 5 weeks, getting the same minor surgery cut out, thinking, and that was temporary. But again, it
But that
wasn't
is
addressing,
temporary.
and it wasn't addressing the issue. It wasn't allowing it to heal. So now we're talking the expectations. That's another thing. You know you're going to do better because you believe. Okay. 10 years of getting the same treatment, cut. We started in March. It is only May. And my foot is closing. That sore, that cut that issue of the bone rubbing, everything is coming together and it's taking time. Now, I don't even know how long it's going to take more, but I see the results already. So we have expectations, and this is what I tell people when they learn to swim. You have your expectations because you want to get over the fear, you want to get over whatever it is you come for, okay? But have no expectations because it's going to happen. You just got to relax and listen. With Dr. Gordana and this healing process, same thing. You have the expectations because you know it's like something different and new, but you can't have the expectations because then you start saying, you start doubting. You start saying, oh, when is this going to happen? How long is it going to take? No, you cannot say that. You got to let it flow and let God take care of the healing. So everything takes time. So 10 years, 15 years, whatever I had this problem with the foot, look at it, it's only 2 months and it's coming together and I'm
Yeah,
healing.
you have two surgery, two different problem in the feet.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
two different problem. At 2 feet, you have surgery.
Right, but
Every 5 weeks.
one foot did heal, but it caused another problem with the other foot that did not heal and is now healing. See what I'm saying? So everything is a process.
Yeah. And,
Everything is a process.
if
and
you
things
sleep 25 years with machine,
Ah,
cannot be healed for
that's right.
because they cause problem, big problem. Bacteria, infection, inflammation in
Right.
the chest.
In the chest.
And people don't understand.
Right.
You can clean the machine,
Right,
but you cannot clean good.
that's right.
And you have phlegm inside.
Right.
And con asthma, con bronchopneumonia,
Mhm.
on the machine too.
Right.
People don't
Pneumonia,
understand. Yeah.
bronchitis,
Yes,
all. And I
everything.
thank God I didn't have that. I didn't have
And
none.
sinus too. You,
But that's what I had, the
you
sinus.
have a not chest problem too.
That's what she told me. She said, you have bacteria in your chest
Yeah.
from the CPAP machine. I'm like, what are you talking about? No, I feel fine. No, you do. And then I started thinking, wow, you know what? I went back and looked at the machine where I'm cleaning it because I have a machine that was cleaning it. But then I really started taking the machine apart. And I did see where there's little, like mold, not mold, but a little black, it was dirt in the corners that you can't get to when you use the brush to clean it.
Right.
I said, oh no, you know what? This is not happening. And it was happening. So yeah, I'm great. I'm great now.
And breathing is better.
Oh, yes, it
if you
is.
have machine, you know breathing.
No machine.
And you don't understand how can breathing later better.
Right.
Now you breathing, you exercise, you
Everything.
Yeah, that is different. And
Yeah.
plus people take masks. Masks can make trouble, make my bacteria in the lung. Why? Because
Yes.
you put mask and you breathe in through the mask.
Right.
Bacteria, your slim from the mouth,
Mhm.
from inside.
Goes back into you.
Yeah.
That's right. You're breathing in your own CO2.
You
It
don't
needs to come
protect
out.
yourself. You make sick self.
That's right.
I'm nobody tell you.
No.
I won't work with everybody, the doctors, healing people, everybody we work with sick people. I'm ready work together because need to save life of people. Now special with the virus, the virus is sent back and now
Viruses, yes.
everybody say need again take vaccine. I tell for everybody not take vaccine because the vaccine always have the virus inside and you is more sick and can you die. Same for the COVID vaccine. A lot of people die because in some vaccine inside have COVID. People don't understand. People think somebody take 4 booster, 3-4 vaccine and it's too much.
And all the virus that they're giving you is
Yeah.
in the
In,
vaccine
yeah.
and in the in the boosters.
And in the social media, people not tell the truth. How many people die?
Right.
Slab die. Because that is the project from a long, long time. How many people need to die and how many people need to live. And people don't understand. And this time is time for evil. Is spirit. People work with evil spirit. And that is more sick for this. More sick. Why I'm saying for people believe, no believe, I won't tell because I have mission from God. Help people. If people want, if people no want, that is choice for everybody. I'm here for everybody to tell me about.
Absolutely.
God work, God heal. No me, God.
That's right.
Yeah.
So you're gonna say something?
I've been wanting to say something about these cups here.
Yes, go ahead. Yes.
So, like I said, I wish people could see this garden here.
Next
And,
time, don't make outside.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So, we're
I
gonna
put
make,
here, you can see these plants. I make
The
a
cleaning
morning
thing.
because I make syrup now.
And that's what she was getting ready to tell her about the syrup. Go ahead.
yeah,
See, here is the syrup. Can everybody see? Boiling now.
oh, Sarah boiling. Oh, she's
Syrup.
making it.
Oh, she's in the process of
I'm
making
in
it now.
process. Yes, I make.
So when I,
Here is one pot more, one is 3 pot is now in the stove. And moment like this can see people, fresh plants, everything here. But you drink. Here is no chemical and is no fantasy. Here is real.
Mm-hmm.
what I like about this is that it's not in, some capsule shipped overseas, and you don't really know what you're getting. You can literally see what goes into this product. And when I was asking Verdana especially about the cleansing syrup in the beginning, I said, so what goes in there? She goes, oh, it's just too many things to name. It's like 150, I forget. And I said, in my mind, I'm thinking, can't be that many. And then I actually observed her garden. And I came here one day to get some products, and she was like climbing in a tree, cutting pollen out of the tree for this syrup. And I went and watched
Amazing.
it being made, and I've never seen so many. There was bitter melon and kale and and berries and like things that I don't even know, certain things. But like it was covering an entire floor, and she's got this giant pot, and she's literally making it, herself.
It's homemade.
It's homemade.
Homemade.
So,
All the products
so
are
I've been
homemade.
taking the healing and cleansing syrup, which I think has really helped balance my blood sugar. I'm guessing.
Mhm.
I know some of the herbs in there are regulate blood sugar.
Mhm.
My sister started taking the slimming tea.
Mhm.
She was going to go to the doctor yesterday. So I want you to tell me how much weight you lost. But I want to talk about 911. That cream, is that here? The 911 cream? Okay. So this cream has, you said.
Oh, yes.
You can use this on a burn. You can use it on a stiff joint. I had a sinus headache one night, and Gordana said to me, I want you to put it up your nose and then let it drip down your throat. And so I'm in my bathroom going,
Right. Yep.
I never thought I would snort anything in my life. But I was snorting 911 cream. And sure enough, the
I
next
know.
day, the headache's gone.
Yep.
But the one experience that really blew me away, there are actually a couple, but my sister called me and she sounded terrible. She said she was so sick. She took an at-home COVID test and at-home flu test. It wasn't that. She said, all I can say is it feels like I'm swallowing razor blades.
Ooh.
Her throat was so raw. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
And she could barely, drink. And so I had given her a jar of this as a gift. And she said, do you think if I rub the 911 on my throat? I said, yeah, but it's safe to take internally too. So I said, why don't you take it before you go to bed? And then tomorrow I want you to, again, I'm prescribing like I'm prescribing.
That's all right.
I could almost hear her in my head saying to do this. Take it 3 times and just swallow like a little blob of it and then just, keep drinking the hot tea. Well, by the next afternoon, she called me. She said, I have no pain in my throat. So when she last week pulled her leg right away, she looked at me and she goes, I need the 911 cream. So I said to her, keep doing it 3 times a day. So I got a burn in the oven one day, and I wish I had taken a picture of it. Blistered. And in 2 days,
Gone.
gone. In the very beginning, when I started getting energy, I think my body was doing a detox or something, but I got this sore on the roof of my mouth. And that was before I really understood how you could use this. And so we're on. I said, well, just rub 911. That's when I realized you could put it internally.
Mm-hmm.
2 days later, gone.
Gone.
So it's amazing. I just got another big
See
jar.
result.
Yeah,
Inside,
you see
outside,
results really
sex.
fast with this. Yeah.
For everything is good. For animal too, babies.
Oh, that's right. I gave it to my dog. My dog had cattle cough,
Okay.
and I coated it around a treat one day, and yeah, he stopped coughing for a couple hours. So yeah, I forgot about the animals.
Yes.
So it's amazing to see. It's one thing to buy a product, but it's amazing to literally watch everything grow, watch it be harvested, watch it boil, and then be
Pick up.
And
water.
use it.
yeah, and put into jars, and so you know exactly what you're getting. Where oftentimes, as I said, you're spending a ton of money, and you've got these little plastic capsules, and is it,
Yeah,
is
but
it
plastic-
sawdust or is it real?
And
The plastic make a problem too in the stomach.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the cellulose
And that is not
different-
sterile.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
don't understand. You can buy in Amazon the plastic.
yeah.
That is not sterile. And you take inside, and for stomach is not good.
Mhm.
Here is no capsule. Here you only
Right.
drink, same juice,
Right.
and it's good.
and it's very, very good.
I
Very
make
good.
now new product. Next week we have new product for the cancer, parasite, because people, I'm here a lot to have parasite. I have patient who have 25 years parasite,
Mm.
and she is healed for 1 week. No more. Now it's 4 years. She never had. And I make for her special, and now make I'm for everybody. And the new product can help for the virus, any kind of virus. No need vaccine, no need medication. They is good for any problem and issue for your body,
Mm.
Are you telling
and
me?
protect you for cold, virus, whatever.
Okay.
Your body is strong.
I
Mhm.
think you were telling me. I got to see the product, fermenting in these big jars, and were you also telling me that it can help with Lyme disease?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. They also
So
for the
so many
blood,
people around
Lyme
here get tick
disease,
bites,
and
and they get Lyme
yeah, for
disease.
any kind of
Cancer.
virus. Yes, for any virus is the strong
Mm-hmm.
and good product.
Mm-hmm.
This is good stuff, people. I tell y'all all the time. I tell people all the time that there's nothing weird about her. Shoot, people think I'm weird now, but at the end of the day, nothing she does. At least now I understand. Nothing she does is not out of the ordinary. It's just that she is on another level, basically a higher consciousness. That's where she's at. Where if she can tell you about herself, it's not just because it's a gift. It's just that her mindset is just totally different from the average person, and it's not distracted with doctrine and how things are supposed to be in this country. You know what I mean? She sees past all of that. So what she's able to call out, it's not weird. It's just that she's not, like I said, she's not filled with BS. You know what I mean? Like, she's in tune with herself and God on a whole nother level where we gotta try to get there as human beings. And this is what she tried to show us. Not to be distracted, you know what I mean? Because if you're not distracted, then you're more in tune with your body.
Mm-hmm.
And I always say look at the animals, because you could throw a piece of meat at a cow. You know what I mean? Cow's not gonna eat it. You know what I mean? Because it knows it's not good for them.
Good.
You know what I mean? So it's like animals, they know that because they have that mindset. They're not, distracted with BS. And that's the same way we have to look at ourselves, because if we can know right from wrong just by not being distracted, that's how we're going to continue to grow and be better and take care of ourselves, because, we're not letting the outside world feed us, crap. And that's just where she's at. You know what I mean? And if you understand that, then you understand that what she's saying is not no devilish,
Focus.
whatever you think
It's
it
no
is.
hocus pocus stuff.
Like
No,
it's
it's no hocus pocus.
Focus, Of say,
You're right.
That's just what it
make
is.
how's the that you sleep, fall asleep, the hypnosis.
Oh, yeah, hypnosis.
hypnotize,
Hypnosis,
yeah.
hypnosis.
Right.
And oh, you is better.
No.
Yeah.
That is not possible. And I gave you this energy, and people think, oh, I feel great.
No.
That is no God.
Mm-hmm.
God is only here. People don't understand. Only here, everything is lie in the world. People tell you fantasy. People tell you fake. I'm only God here
Mhm.
via me. I talk, I speak via voice for God.
She did nothing to you. Like, you can get an NEG healing session, right? Like, even when I did it, right? It's not that she was doing anything to me. It's you more so doing something for yourself because you're allowing yourself to not, be anxious. You allowing yourself not to be skeptical. You know what I'm saying? So your whole mindset is just changing, and that's that energy that's clearing is that negative bad energy. You know what I mean? Because
mind.
yeah, exactly. You gotta
That's
have an
what I'm
open
saying.
mind. So it's
Open
like
mind.
ain't nothing weird about that. She's not doing anything to you, doing it to yourself because you're allowing yourself to change. And when you fully change, then you'll find yourself like me, trying to, go back and forth with people who's not mentally there. You know what I'm saying? And you don't know about yourself. And that's what God wants us to know. I think God truly wants us to understand how powerful we are as human beings. And this is why, the world try to manipulate us and make us sick and, weaken us up and come out with all these different viruses and stuff like that because they know how powerful we are. And God made no mistakes with us. You know what I mean? It's just that we allow ourselves, same way you can allow her to help you and you allow this world to do whatever it did to you for X amount of years, you know what I'm saying, that you've been alive. It's the same time you can give to yourself and, make a change because nothing you've been doing all this time has been working. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? And that's just a fact. You've been on, whatever medication for X, Y, and Z years. And I've been dealing with this injury or whatever that injury for X, Y, and Z years. Only Chris can change the narrative with that. And that's why, like I said, that's why I did this, despite, all the noise that I would hear, and Chris, you this, if you do this, and Chris, you that, if you do this. And well, I'm a grown man. I got to think for myself. You know what I'm saying? Nobody,
I'm strong with you.
nobody's with you when you're going through, your worst. You
That's
know what I'm
right.
saying? They can tell you this and they can tell you that, but when you actually got to make a decision, nobody's with you. And when like I said, when I was injured, I feel what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's gonna be on that table for me to get the surgery. I would have to do that. So
That's right.
I gotta live with the results after that. And that's what she said. You get the surgery, you're gonna be out even longer.
And one of
You
the
know?
and one of the things I must say about Dr. Gordana,
Mhm.
a lot of people when she speaks to them, they know that they have an issue, but when she comes directly at them and give it to them hard, like this is it, this is what you have, this is your problem, boom, 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 boom. She is not fake. She comes at you very directly. She's very real.
Strong.
Okay. Okay, very strong.
I'm
And
not
very
why
direct.
strong because I want results.
She
here.
wants results and she wants people to be healed. She's tired of what is being played out for humanity. And she's been sent as a gift. And our Western thinking is a little different because a lot of people are definitely programmed and it's hard to deprogram yourself.
There we go.
Yeah,
Keyword,
it's
program.
very hard to deprogram what has been instilled in you probably all your life. And then here comes this beautiful healing, beautiful process, and you're like, oh, that can't be real. Right away, it's like, oh no, that's not real. Right away, oh, I can't do this. Oh no, thank you. But then you go back and you think about what was told. Well, how did she know this? How did she know? How did she know? She knows because God can communicate. Just like even that still small voice that you hear in your heart. You know what's being told to you. But a lot of people don't want to turn, to
Not to cut
actually.
you off, but same thing you said. She knows. Same thing. Can a kid lie to you about something?
Can I what?
A kid.
Yes, a child. Yes.
Yeah, they can lie to you, but you already know that they lying, right?
Right.
Because of past experiences. And then two, your mind already tell you that this is a lie.
Right.
Same thing with the body. That's how she is with the body. She's knowledgeable up here with it. You know what I'm saying? So she can see by the way you walking. Shoot, she can hear your voice.
That's right.
Sometimes your voice can tell people what you're going through.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You can tell when somebody's congested. You know what I'm saying? You can tell. You can just tell. So that's how in tune with the body she is. And once you get on that level, yeah, you'll be able to see. Oh yeah, he got this going on. He got that going on. Oh, how you know that? Because I'm in tune with myself. I understand the body. I understand what's real, what's fake. You know what I'm saying? And we see so much fake stuff here, and that's why we don't believe in anything that's real, and we get scared when she says something real because we're so used to sweet lies.
There you go.
When we go to the doctor, that's
right.
what the doctor do. They tell you sweet lies. Oh, you're gonna be okay. You take this. You go home. You rest. Everything gonna be okay. It's not.
It's not.
You know
okay.
what I'm saying? It's not. You have to go see him every 5 weeks. And you know what I'm saying? And they know what they're doing because this, you keep coming back with this. You know what I'm saying? You keep coming back, they know they're getting money out of it. So it's like every 5 weeks, he knows it ain't healing. You know what I'm saying? You got to know. At some point, you got to know this ain't going to work out, but they don't care. And that's why you woke up, and that's why everybody else needs to wake up too, because it can be too late at one point. And that moment you try to save yourself, like I said, too much damage was done. Too much damage was done. And that's God giving you the opportunity, yourself, myself. And we appreciate you.
Yes, we do. We definitely appreciate
appreciate
you.
you.
And there's that story about the man in the flood.
Yeah.
Remember that flood?
Yeah.
That flood, and he got help sent. He said, "Oh no, He's gonna send me, help." And next thing you know, the water is still rising, and he's still saying, "Oh no, somebody gonna come and get me." And next, the third person comes around. "Oh no, God's gonna send help." He dies, and he goes wherever, to heaven. And next thing you know, he's like, "Well, what happened? How come?" I'm paraphrasing. "How come you didn't help? You didn't help me." He said, "I sent many choices, many rescuers, and you chose not to accept none of the help." That's the same thing with Gordana. You done had a lot of people come to you and say, "You can go here, you can do this, you didn't went to this doctor, that, da. Now all of a sudden here comes Gordana, and next thing you know, you still refuse to get help. And next thing you know, it's too late. Then you come back to her and say, "Can you help me now?" Well, no, because you had the opportunity and now it's too late. It's too late, so you have an open mind. And like I always say, walk by faith and not by sight. Because if you start looking at it, you're going to say, "No, this is not real." But no, it is real. We are here, living testimonies to let you know. Go with the process, go with the flow of life. And I'm telling you, it will change your perspective.
For sure.
Everybody is.
I don't know if I can say anything else at this point.
It'll change your perspective.
How you feel if you come? You scared? You feel free? You feel same home? How everybody feel here?
Free.
Oh,
Real
now
free.
it's
Now? Oh, free. Oh, no, it's
for
different.
everybody how feel. It is welcome for any kind.
Oh,
problem.
yeah. For me, it's free. It's freeness. It's free. The body, my body feels beautiful. I can tell you, I have the energy. I feel very uplifted, and I feel free.
No, if you
I
come
do.
in here, how you feel? You feel that you go by somebody and give you energy, or
No,
you feel that you is home.
So what she's
Oh,
trying to say
yeah,
is,
yeah. In that case, yeah.
That's
in
what
that
I was
case.
saying.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I've known Gordana for.
Yeah. In that
like
case,
she's-
yeah.
Well, she feels like family to me.
Yes,
Yes. And so, yeah, it's so different.
Yeah.
Like if you think about going into a doctor's office,
You're not gonna get fed.
well, no,
You cannot get
You're not gonna get food.
you're not going to get toward the garden.
You're not gonna get toward the
You're not
garden.
gonna get natural products, but most people, you go into the doctor's office, and you sit there, and they give you a clipboard, and this is what happens to me. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
they're like, "Well, we're going to do 16 tests. We're going to draw your blood," and I'm thinking,
Take blood pressure.
yeah, all that, and I get like anxious.
Mhm.
And I was probably a little anxious the first time I came
Sure.
because it was a new experience.
Yeah,
but,
Sure.
but now, like, I can't wait to go. You know,
It's
I
different.
I love walking around the garden and seeing what she's doing and
Try Macedonian food.
and then try Macedonian food, which is delicious
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
natural.
and natural.
The bread is
Um,
phenomenal, no preservatives.
Right, yeah, that's it, everything. And also, we're gonna mix around yogurt, kefir,
Yes.
that's really good for your digestion and has natural probiotics in it, in addition to all the syrups, the creams. I also, by the way, use
I use the natural body cream
a face.
and the face cream. I use the
Oh,
face cream
me
too. Face cream, the body cream.
I'm using
It's-
911.
And she uses 911 for everything.
I don't have time for put
The different ones on.
See, I start at 6 o'clock work and now
Now,
put my
It really
my bed.
does. It's so
Yes.
moisturizing.
it is very moisturizing.
I also noticed, I got this in the beginning, the face cream, and because it's so rich, for 3 months I've only used a half a jar, so a jar will last. This size
Because you
jar
don't need
lasts-
very much, just a little bit.
It's and I'm pretty generous with it, so yeah, it could last.
What byproduct that is yours choice is no mine. I'm here that I tell you what can save your life. And it is the God. Here is no fake. And everybody cannot tell you the truth. Here is the direct. I'm directly, and I'm really, and I'm
She's
strong.
direct.
Yeah, I'm the strong.
And she's very strong.
And I want your results. And I tell you need to do everything what I tell you you need to walk straight,
Sit up
run, of
straight.
everything, breathing. Here is for any kind problem, any kind issue. You have your child problem, your relationship problem. You can look in my website. There is everything that I'm work that I can help it for everybody on any kind problem that you have and your animal too. Call me, comment, and Chris can tell for the company, for the telephone number. And I'm
Yeah.
Gordana,
Yeah.
real
Oh,
and open always. Everybody's welcome.
all right.
They won't see my garden, will speak with me. I'm open for everybody and save your life.
Absolutely. If you ever want to reach out to Gordana and talk to her, about anything that you have going on in your life, you can reach her at 267-355-3927 or 609-579-4167. Again, that's 267-355-3927 or 609-579-4167. And if you want to, I told her to rock over here. But as far as the products, if
Yes,
you want to buy the
that's what I was
products, you can go on Lenil-Go.com. Again, that's Lenil-Go.com, and you'll find the 911 cream that we talked about today, her cleansing syrups, as well as her berry aroma juice, which is also a good product as well if you're looking to, clean out your blood and, you want some more energy as well. The berry aroma juice is amazing. It's good for your nervous system as well, too. Face creams, 911 cream, and am I missing another cream?
Bone energy cream.
Bone energy cream.
I
The
call it
bone
the
one-
green. The green cream.
Yeah, that's the powerful one. That was
Arthritis.
used for me with my energy. And was it used in the foot too?
This for
Yes,
break bones,
yes.
break bones,
Yeah.
rheuma,
Arthritis.
arthritis.
Yeah, that's a strong one. All really good products, like I said, guys. Your skin is, sensitive. This is definitely the products that I would go with as far as that. Like I said, they're all made outside the garden. Next episode, like she said, we plan to go outside and give you guys a tour of her beautiful garden where she makes all of her products. And again, go on Lenil-Go.com to purchase yours today.
If,
Lenil dash
Go.
go. Oh, okay. Lenil go.com. Okay.
Yep.
Get your products today, and you'll be satisfied. I'm confident in that.
And
Copy.
if some people want to speak for self,
Yeah.
have trauma, stress, want to speak on the podcast, everybody's welcome.
Oh yeah,
Children,
sure.
old people, everybody who have problem can come in here and speak for self. And we can help out. Thank you, everybody. God bless.
God bless.
God bless. Bye.